Hi, chat. We're not gonna TPK. Fuck you guys. I mean, I love you guys. We're fine. Anyway.
I just ate a stroke-inducing amount of lasagna.
Hey, what?
Stroke-inducing amount of lasagna. That sounds delicious. Where's mine? Send it down.
Absolutely. Yeah, wait, can I have lasagna? The fuck?
It's all gone.
Whoa.
Ryan also ate a stroke-inducing amount of lasagna.
Can you regurgitate it on Friday into my mouth, please? Thank you.
It'll be
a real wife. A real wife.
Something else.
A real friend with baby bird their lasagna into my mouth.
I mean, it won't be coming out of my mouth.
Why not?
We went from baby bird to human centipede. Jesus
and...
Oh, I'm done. Okay, that's it. Stream's over. All right.
It went from baby bird to 2 girls, 1 cup real quick.
We have to. Nobody Google that. We have to stand in for the fact that Rune's not here.
1 man, 1 jar.
Oh, Pain Olympics.
Oh, don't fucking stop that.
That's what this session is gonna be. Pain Olympics, but emotional damage.
No, let's hope it's not.
No,
Hang on. Hang on a sec. I would like to bring something to the attention of everyone. Did you shave?
Yes. It looks it's strange.
Can you not ever do that again, please?
Yo, you know those.
I do not approve.
You know those.
It'll take like 2 weeks. I'll be back to
Good.
You know those videos where like dads shave and the babies just have an absolute meltdown. That's me right now. Why'd you shave? That looks fine.
I don't know. Now I feel old.
Okay.
It's fine.
Anyway. You want to dive in or no? This is stress-inducing.
Rip the band-aid off. I'm already shaking.
100%.
Okay.
Self-contact.
Where we left off, I will give a tiny recap and then we will just dive right in. Y'all ready for this?
No. I'm already shaking. I haven't even started the session yet.
Yeah, same. Alright. Where we left off, the Union had teleported into the basement of Silk's childhood home, one that had been overrun by Vera and turned dark and menacing. Finding Oberon in the basement, they left him chained as they were unable to save him. At the same time, Gnu, in her anger towards Silk, fell for an obvious trap and vanished from the room with a scream.
Silk's fault.
Probably.
Whoa.
The rest of the Union, after leaving Oberon, travelled into the main house, overcoming many psychological traps and encounters, getting more distraught as time went on, eventually finding their way into the main chamber where Vera sat waiting with Silk's sisters and Nex's daughter Kay. A battle ensued in which a rogue fireball managed to ignite the green foggy mist surrounding the dark mushrooms. Killing Kay in the process. You can't start crying now.
I'm not crying. I'm actually just I'm scared. I'm not crying yet.
Nex, being distraught at the death of her daughter, took the final blow against Vera, unlocking the gates to dusk, who now flows freely from the sword. Oberon then reappeared as the magic of the house was lifted with Vera's demise, saying that your journey is not over yet. And he crushed a fragilith in his hand, and you all vanished from sight. you appeared on a snowy outcropping high atop a mountain in the middle of the night. The 3 moons above shining brightly down upon you. An ancient white dragon sitting at the entrance to a cave. We will remove rune. What do you want to hear? No. Oh, Jesus, sorry.
Okay.
Yep. The map decided to fail. An ancient white dragon staring at you, who said, "Master, it looks as if they have arrived." In a familiar voice rung out across the open expanse. 2 seconds, sorry. As rounding the corner behind the dragon, one Professor Oswald looked at you all and said, "Ah, so glad of you to come. Now, Nix, hand over the demon."
What? Why? What is happening here?
You can't.
Professor, what are you doing here?
I am here to perform the ritual so needed to gain the power required for Ascension. Now, hand it over.
Ascension to what? Silk speaks up very quietly.
That is not of your concern.
It is if you've brought us here.
I've lost my notes. No, I haven't. There it is.
Technically, your dad had brought us here.
Oh, my dear children. Do you really think that I've dedicated my life to trivial lectures and dusty tomes in that wretched school? Knowledge is power. And power, my friends, is what I need. No matter the cost. The dragon starts to step backwards as Professor Oswald steps forwards.
I once said I would do anything no matter the cost, and it's given me and my friends nothing but pain. I don't think you truly realize what anything means until you've given up everything. Or until you've been the cause of someone else losing everything. She doesn't look at Nix.
Yeah, Nix isn't looking at Silk.
I understand how you feel. Betrayed. Heartbroken. But know this. My vision is far greater than any one of us. Sacrifice is the cornerstone of greatness.
What?
No one.
What?
You go. You go. You go. You go.
Still leaking black smoke.
Yes.
What? What will happen if I don't? Some of these people mean a lot to me.
Such feeble minds. You wield weapons of unimaginable consequence, yet you never stopped to question their origins, their purpose. You really think they are yours to keep? Do you really think that you can keep them safe?
And you can.
Why are you doing all of this? You're supposed to be one of the good guys.
I have been one of the good guys for far too long. Now, I need the power. I must gain that power. The Ascension is nigh. The moon's nearly aligned. Come next. Perhaps you wish to join me in my endeavor for greatness?
Professor, I'm afraid, as much as Nyx may want to join you for everything that has happened recently, I cannot allow her to do so. Anything else you will take, rather than her demon sword, or her soul, or even her.
As Silk is talking, Nyx is going to get slouchier and start to shake. You killed my family, Silk.
I didn't.
Just no. Looking up at Professor, well, not waiting for you to let him talk. You can take my swords, but let us leave.
No. Is there anything that, like, clicks into place for Silk right now that this is the moment Aloria was telling her about? A betrayal? Or this is not quite?
This is not quite it.
DM, I think when you were introing the scene, you were describing the position of the moons.
Hmm?
Sorry, I probably wasn't listening closely enough. Is the Tri-Lunar convergence happening right now? Or is it still...
As you look up, the 3 moons in the sky, all 3 shining brightly and full, casting their glows down upon the current landscape that you stand upon.
Would eyes get recognized that as being...
You would recognize this as being the Tri-Lunar convergence.
Okay.
Nyx, I will never forgive myself for Kay, and I don't ever expect you to ever look at me again, but if you give him those swords, we do not just ourselves, but anyone else who steps in his way. This is not about us.
They were all I had. And you
I know.
took them.
I never meant to hurt them. I didn't think she would be in the blast. Just
As you keep talking, Nix will shake more and more black smoke will be pouring off her. I watched every cherished soul fade into shadow, every sacrifice to miss without its second thought. Now listen well. As the count of your heart's beat rises, so will your agony. And with that, we'll throw Dusk at Oscar. At Professor Oswald. What's it, Oscar? Why?
Throw it at him or at his feet?
At him. Not like point first, like forcefully throw it at him.
Oh, nice.
Trying to
Okay.
push him over, but, still passing it.
Okay.
And we'll turn and look straight at Silk. Just as Dust was seen at the end of that fight, they will be imposed on Nix.
So Nix turns to look at the party?
Yeah, it turns to look at
Okay.
party, but mainly Silk.
Yep, so as Nix turns, you see the great visage of the blackened demon made of solidified smoke and shadow rise up behind Nix, just interposing over her, making her look menacing, terrifying. As Professor Oswald goes, good. I call forth the souls bound by this blade, light and dark, angel and demon, yield your essence to my arcane will. And around him erupts a magic circle.
Can I? Is it a spell that he's doing or a ritual?
This looks to be some
why?
sort of ritual.
Okay, so there is no counterspelling that sort of thing.
No,
Then.
definitely not.
Okay, I will stumble a couple of steps forward, like unsure whether or not to stop this or to stay away.
As the circle erupts out from him, you see the black smoke that is erupting around Nix start to be drawn into the center of this magical circle where the blade sits upon the snow. I'm just going to throw a random token.
Why are you doing this? Aside from power and ascension and whatever the fuck else you want to do, why? Just let everyone live. Do better than I have. Do better than those before you stop.
What?
Why do you need power?
You have all been diligent in what I have asked and what I have told. But unfortunately, this lecture is above your pay grade.
That was directed at Nix, don't worry.
Fine.
As Dusk is inside the ritual, Nix will still be just staring daggers at Silk. And their voice will break for a little bit as you hear more of dust coming through. They are all I had, and you took them. You may have the mercy of mortality, but mark my word, for every heartbeat of your miserable life, your suffering will resound like the toll of a death knell. Every thud, every pause in that pitiful rhythm will be a reminder of my wrath. echoing relentlessly until you know the full weight of what you have done.
I will do anything to make it right. Anything.
You will do nothing, pitiful child.
Some of her old sort of like fury kind of flares up at Dusk's voice. I was not addressing you. Before she kind of remembers herself and how delicate the situation is and turns back to Nyx. Not quite meeting her in the eyes because she can't. She just can't do it. But she is going to step a couple more steps up closer to where Dusk is lying in the snow. Whatever you want to do to me, anything, I accept the consequences of an action. Not designed to cause you pain, Nyx, but it did. And I can never ever apologize for that mistake. Not enough. But I can't let you betray the party. I have a mission from Aloria and I have to stop this. And if you kill me for it, then so be it.
Okay. Can I just get Brumble, Gnu, and Ket to roll a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. Thank you. I care not for your life, Silk. I care only for the power.
Oh, she was fully talking to Nyx, not him.
That's fine.
He's enough. Of course he thinks. You're talking to him.
As you stand, the threads of fate unravel. The barriers between realms collapse. Angel and demon, bound by ancient hatred, now dissolve into pure energy, fueling my dominion. Witness! As he raises his hands, you see this purple energy start to form around his fists, and he raises them up. Witness the birth of a god!
Counter spell for the meme.
You try.
Yeah, so good. Hang on, I gotta check my spell slots real fast.
I don't think
What's the distance between where Ket is and the sword?
Yeah, I'll cast
Would
counterspell.
be about 20 feet.
I'll do a 5th level counterspell. Regardless of whether or not it works, so would try to do this.
Okay.
In the space that we're looking, how
Mhm.
far, kind of away, kind of on all the sides, can we see? Like to the left, to the right.
Okay, behind you is a sheer cliff. So you can see miles and miles out into the snowy expanse. There are cliffs that go up along the sides and the corners, and that channel down the middle is like a cave entrance that goes deeper into a cave, probably for like 100 feet or so.
Okay. Ket makes a beeline for the sword.
Okay. Hang on just a sec. So your counter spell, as you cast the counter spell, there is a flash of black smoke that just sort of reaches out from the ritual circle and just intercepts whatever magic you've just cast, and it fizzles to nothing. And if you want to make a beeline for the sword, you can. As you run, you run straight forward. You get to the edge of the circle and you just collide with something solid, as the circle does not want to allow you in.
Oh, sorry. You go.
Okay. So I think falling back from kind of whatever's stopping me, he is going to relent. He's going to try and dimension door himself on top of the sword. If you want the details of the spell. And then the intention is, I don't know how much time is going to pass. He's going to pick up the sword and cast banishment on himself.
Fuck. Well, hey, Gnu.
Okay, give me a sec while I figure that one out. It's now that you realise that Gnu has just stepped forward, looking a little bit confused.
Well, where are we? How did we get here? And she's asking Silk specifically.
Man, listen, I know that this is you making me explain, and I can't believe you've done this.
Okay, as you... that's an interesting one. Kit, as you go to cast Dimension Door, you start to release the spell. Nyx just turns at you, grabs your arm, and you feel this necrotic energy seep into your body, and the spell is just suddenly gone. It's lost. As Nyx tries to turn and grab the sword, Nyx, your arm passes through the exterior of this magic circle barrier, and the blackened smoke just starts to flow extremely quickly from you. As you all hear Dusk go, "Ah, no! What's going on?" Yeah, you basically got counterspelled.
Oh.
So, wait, Nyx is reaching in to grab the sword?
Yep, that got stopped partway through as Dusk now is getting sucked out through her arm. And he is terrified.
Okay.
As Oswald once again pipes up, "I would advise you not to interfere. The consequences of disrupting this ritual will not just shatter the sword, they'll tear your souls apart."
A worthwhile risk to stop you.
You know, you also feel a pull towards the magic circle. You are unsure why.
What? Wait. Sorry, just give me a second. Why am I feeling this pulling sensation? Sorry, there's a boy leaving the room.
Oh.
Ooh, having a boy over, huh?
I hope you left the door open. We don't tolerate closed doors in this house.
You can do what you want, honey. Don't listen to them.
I will and have and do. Anyway.
Gross.
So Gnu's feeling some kind of pulling sensation towards the circle.
Yep, towards the circle.
Okay, she's like, who's she standing next to? I have to look at the screen because my thing isn't working.
And
That's fair.
next.
Okay. So she's seen this thing happening with Nex, and she's wondering where the other being is within Nex Aurora, and she sort of gives into the pull a little bit, and also tries to put her arm into the circle.
Okay. As you step up to the edge of the circle, the pull gets stronger, and as you put your arm through, suddenly you feel this rush of energy through your hand, and a second sword appears in your grasp, but you drop it and it lands into the snow as this white smoke starts to erupt from the sword and condense into the center of the circle, along with the blackened smoke from dusk. As you now all
Why did I get your
hear,
sword?
you all hear a female voice. Ah! Dusk! What is happening?
You don't remember the fight? The hag? You woke up with the Aloria gave you the sword? I think.
The hag? Like from the snowy bit?
Yeah. You died. The sword. Aloria gave you the sword. That's how you have it. Did you read my thing in the chat, DM?
Died?
Do you know how many things I have to read right now?
It's
Got everyone sending me messages, okay?
It's in the game log.
Fuck. See, I'm not even looking at the game log.
GNU.
Yes, you can.
It looks super confused. Looking at you, Silves. I died? And also there's, is this painful for GNU, by the way?
No, you're able to pull your hand back because there's no smoke coming off of you anymore.
Okay. She's just looking around as if she's like woken up from a drunken stupor.
I'll get you fucking blessed with amnesia and then remind you of everything like a dumbass. Fuck.
Okay. As you dive,
actually, we're besties.
As you dive for Professor Oswald, he holds up a. I need to open his stat block. Hang on. He raises one of his flaming purple hands towards you. You have it? He does have it. And I need you to make a. I think it's a wisdom saving throw, please.
Can I counter his magic?
You can try.
Okay, I would like to try and counter the magic that he's trying to do on me. I'm using all my fucking spell slots here.
Okay, what level are you casting at?
4.
Okay, I need you to roll a d20.
Alright, where's my fucking d20s? Nice!
Okay. You managed to counter his spell and get right up in his face.
I'm trying to like shove him down into the snow.
Okay.
Kinda, she's just trying to break his concentration, so like I'm not trying to pin him, but she is trying to like tackle him down so that he has to focus on getting her off and getting up again, and hopefully buying the others time to get the swords out.
Okay.
Even if it's just a couple seconds.
As you sit on top of him, like holding him down in the snow, he starts to struggle just a little bit. And I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
I can't count Oh. Could I? Nah. Okay, I'll just make the wisdom save.
You feel a presence in your mind and a voice unfamiliar to you, I think. I actually don't know if it's unfamiliar to you.
I don't know.
It's not unfamiliar to you. You hear a voice ring out.
Which
It just says, "Get off. Get off him." And you hear it, but you're not compelled to do so.
okay. Who do I recognize the voice as?
You recognize this as someone that used to travel with you. And another voice rings out for all of you to hear. "Welcome." As one Reaper exits the cave.
Yo!
You see him walking out. This dark glow about him. Eyes blackened. Flames erupting out of every part of him.
"I see some of you are still alive."
Those that were present at the start of the campaign. So that would be Ket, Nex. Runa's inexplicably not here. So Ket and Nex, you recognize this as Reaper and the voice of Zalaxith, the great demon.
So still mostly looks like Reaper, not a mixture of Reaper and Alexa.
It is Reaper, but Reaper is exerting a massive amount of power and energy.
Gnu was there too.
Gnu, yeah, Gnu was ours then.
I've also met Reaper,
Yeah,
but
she was on
only
the rock.
briefly.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you were.
I've met Reaper briefly before we left the castle district the first time, but I wasn't there for the demon fight.
Yeah, you weren't there for the start of it. You were there for when Reaper summoned Zalaxith
I
against
wasn't there for
Wilhelm.
that either. I wasn't there.
Oh,
for
no,
that.
you
I
weren't.
was there
That's right. That
when-
was Lyra.
I
Okay.
was
Yeah,
there
yeah, yeah.
when we left the castle district,
Yeah.
and he said goodbye to all of us.
Yes.
So I've met him, but not Alexis.
Yes. I remember now.
Do not let them take it.
As Reaper runs directly at you, Silk.
Oh, whoa!
And will attack
Fucking rip.
with... We'll just attack with an unarmed strike. He's not carrying any weapons. He's just going to run up and punch you. Got way too many character sheets open for this to work properly. That is an 11 to hit.
That misses.
That misses. How many attacks does he get? 2. And their second attack is a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Great. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Ow. Oh my god, I'm on 2 hit points.
As you kind of fall off of Professor Oswald, and he stands up again. Stands up again and says, "It is not too late, you know.
you could join me. Imagine a place at my side in a world reshaped by my divine will. We could achieve everything together. It sort of holds out a hand towards Nyx.
Don't do it.
Nyx is still just fucking angry. And will try to force themselves closer to the sword, yelling out, I need it to get my revenge.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Boop, 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 boop. 22.
Okay. You feel dusk try to enter your mind once more as you reach closer for the sword. These black, shadowy, clawed hands start raking at the snow, and you can hear Dusk yelling out, screaming for you, Nyx.
No, don't let him take me.
Silk stops what she's doing with Oswald and makes a lunge for the sword to jump. Like, something clicks and she knows this moment is what Aloria was talking about.
Mhm.
Firstly, called it. Fuck you, dicks. And she makes a dive to grab the sword and throw it as far away as she can from this magic circle, like basically crawling towards it. Because I'm on 2 hit points and your girl is bleeding out.
Okay. As you start to crawl towards it and sort of reach the edge of the circle, Professor Oswald just goes,
No, I can't let you take it.
and he throws another spell at you.
I want to try and counter it again. If we're not in initiative, I can keep doing
Yeah,
this, right?
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Hang on. How many
Can I
spells
just
left?
wait,
Yep.
Can I just intersect? Would it be possible for Gnu to jump in front of that bell before it hits Silk?
Roll a dexterity check. See if you're quick enough.
I was gonna counter it anyway.
Yeah, but things. I am not quick.
You are not quick enough.
Nope, and I am continuing to counter spell regardless if it works or not.
Okay, what level?
4.
Roll a d20.
Where is the money 20s? I hope someone else is keeping track.
Well, actually, it's a spellcasting check, isn't it?
What is it?
So add your
So it'll be a charisma check.
yeah, it'll be a charisma check. So add your charisma bonus to that roll.
Well, that's not gonna do shit, man.
Okay, cool. That's fine.
It's a 6. Wait, what was the roll? A 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 6 now because my charisma is a +4.
Okay. As Professor Oswald reaches out, you watch as this cube-shaped prison of these translucent type columns erupt up around you, holding you in place.
Then I will scream out because I told the party about this. This is the betrayal I was told about. We cannot let this happen. Stop, Nyx.
Gnu is gonna look so confused at everything that's happening right now. And she can see Nyx trying to push through to get to the sword, and she decides that she has to probably do the same, even though she has no idea why she has a sword or what's happening. But she's also heard Silk being like, we can't let this happen, and everyone's been like, no, blah 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 blah. Her brain's mashed potatoes, so she's going to brain is mashed potato and gravy, so she's going to try very hard to grasp at the other sword that's in the circle.
Okay. You reach out for the sword. Once more, you pass through the barrier of the magic circle. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw. You hear a voice in your mind. One that you have heard speak out loud before.
No! Don't let him take us! Save us, Gnu! Save us!
Who is the voice that she...
That is the voice of Aurora.
Okay. She sort of searches her mind for a little bit and figures out who the voice is. And she's a bit shocked that Aurora is saying Gnu's name. So she's gonna keep pushing as hard as her little froggy arms can push.
Okay. You're then going to hear. As soon as I can find it, give me just a second. You're going to hear,
"No! Stop them!"
As where is it? There it is. As you are suddenly, let's just see. Does a 17 hit you?
Let me just check that. Yes, it does.
Awesome. Okay, you take 9 points of force damage as the Laxith Reaper has reached around the corner, pointed a finger at you, and slammed you with an Eldritch Blast.
Ow.
There is a second beam as well that is going for you. That is a 19.
Yeah.
And a third beam that is going for you with a 9.
No, that one misses.
Okay, with a 19 hits. For 5 points of force damage.
Oof. She screams out. She's sort of making eye contact with everyone who is around, with sort of like panicked, desperate eyes, like silently asking, "What the fuck is happening?" She's really weak, but she's still going to try to push for the swords because the voices in her head talking to.
Okay.
While Silk is caged, she's still like she's like rattling at the bars even though she can't get out. She is just screaming at everyone over and over and over to stop this, to get the sword and get it away from Nyx.
Okay. You rattle at the bars of your cage that is encasing you, and you just cannot break through it.
Yeah, at this point, Nyx is just gonna fully go into the circles, not even trying to hold back at this point.
No, you can't.
As she looks at Silk and finally says, "You'll scream for mercy, and I'll whisper back the names you stole."
As Nyx fully steps into the circle, there is an explosion of black smoke around her as dusk is pulled straight from her body. Next falls to her knees. This air of clarity about her as dusk is being ripped from her soul. You see a smaller explosion of white mist and smoke coming from Gnu and the other sword that explodes out. You see the visage of Dusk and Aurora for the first time. Huge angel, a huge demon, intertwined together like lovers. They both stare blankly ahead.
You have done this.
We have been foiled.
But we do not leave empty-handed.
As Bubbles, not Bubbles, Professor Oswald, sorry.
Bubbles.
Josh, Professor Oswald stands up to his fullest and you see his body swell. And he goes,
Ah, yes, yes. Death gave me clarity. Undeath gave me purpose. And now, I, Bubbles Marcel Fluffer Oswald III, will transcend even the gods themselves.
as the ritual circle suddenly starts to grow smaller and smaller and smaller, Dusk reaches out, grabs Nyx around the midriff, and starts to pull her inwards.
As Nyx gets pulled inwards, there'll be a moment of just like complete shock at what has happened, and we'll look at the closest person, which I'd say is Gnu, and just say, "Help me."
And with that, there is a mighty explosion of black and white smoke. The circle vanishes. Oswald stumbles back. This glowing black and white orb in his fists. And he steps back to beside Reaper and Zalaxith and goes,
Yes, the arcane core. The construct stirs, its heart beats, and soon the Sentinel's sword will complete the cycle. Your world will bow before me.
and they slowly step back as the white dragon steps in front. And I desperately need to pee, so we're going to take a very quick break right now. An early break.
Whoa!
We'll be back in a sec.
Fucking want to be part of the game.
And we're back. Sorry about that. That was a good place for a break, and I needed to pee. So, yes. So yes, Professor Oswald and Reaper Zalaxis. Repaxis. Recap.
Relax. Oh shit. Beautiful.
Relaxeth. Steps back. And you can
I'm
hear...
not quite sure how to
Shut up,
help you with
Alexa.
that.
And
Yeah.
you can hear Professor Oswald muttering to himself. As he steps back and the dragon steps forward, you hear him.
Together, we could reshape this world. Chaos and order, destruction and creation. It's all within our grasp.
As he steps into the cave, he turns back and goes,
Right. Valvir. Deal with our guest.
as the dragon rears up, ready to attack. If you step forward.
Everybody check the,
Move.
the Discord right now. Give her back whatever you did.
The dragon sort of sits back on her hind quarters, just looks at you, and says,
She is part of his plan now. If you wish to fight,
Just
so be it.
and you see frost and mist start to erupt from the sides of her jaws.
give her back, please. She's been through enough, and she deserves better than that.
Gnu at this point
Please.
is going to hang on, let me look at the stream. I don't know where anyone is. Gonna drag Silk by her clothes. I don't know,
Silk's
robe.
kind of fucking caged right now,
Are you still caged? Even
unless
though
Oswald
they're
dropped it.
gone?
She is still caged.
Oh. Well, she's gonna pull at Silk's clothes still through the bars. Can I do that?
You can.
Okay.
It's not going to
Um,
do much, but you can.
No, I have 1 hit point. It's not like I'm gonna do much else.
Kit, roll an
I'm
Arcana
just-
check for me. Carry on.
Yeah, I'm grabbing at Silk's clothes, begging her to basically shut the fuck up. We have to go. We have to leave.
We
Okay.
can't. We have to get her back.
There
Kit.
is no way
Sorry,
we
carry
can
on.
win a fight.
Smart frog. You would not win against the mighty Valvir.
Kit, you recognize the spell holding Silk as Force Cage.
Mhm.
It's also at this point that you hear yet another familiar voice ring out into the cold, cold ear.
Well, this is a problem.
As Eloria's voice starts to echo around the chamber or around the area.
Silk's fur starts glowing like bright, bright yellow in absolute rage at Eloria. If I recall correctly, I did threaten them repeatedly.
I think you're pitiful. Oh shit. Oh, here we go. And suddenly there is a explosion of blue smoke, and something flies out of the smoke, skidding through the snow. This man-boy thing around the age of like 16, 17, wearing the powder blue suit that he normally wears, slide through the snow. And he goes, well, that's better. Now, we have a huge problem. You're not supposed to be here.
Well,
And he looks around.
We are, Aloria.
He looks around and he goes, where's Nex?
She's
Oh,
gone.
shit. Well, that's unfortunate. That can't be undone. Oh dear.
You
crap.
brought me back from the dead. What do you mean it can't be undone? Do it again.
He starts to pace in the snow backwards and forwards. And he goes, Ket, are you familiar with the spell Time Stop?
In theory.
Are you able to cast it by any chance?
I'm a few circles short of being able to.
Shit. Okay. This is really bad, everybody. I'm not really sure how to fix this one.
You can bring Nix back.
That's not possible. I'm sorry. There might be a way to save her, but you have to go back. You have to go back to your own time. This is not your line. You are not supposed to be here. And he points up to the moons and he goes, look, do you have any idea what that is?
It's a moon.
That
3 moons aligned.
is the Tri-Lunar convergence. That is not supposed to happen for you for another 2.5 years.
Well, looks like we took our time in the Feywild, doesn't it?
That's the
At this
problem.
point, Gnu's like, Feywild?
Silk kind of just like stares at you blankly real fast and makes a mental note to fill you the fuck in later.
Right.
Are you purple still, Gnu, or are you green again?
I'm purple, but I haven't seen myself yet because I've got like gloves on and shit.
Okay.
I need to delete Nyx from the map, for starters. Nyx is gone.
No.
Yeah. We did it, guys. We killed the evil.
No.
Right. Can anybody teleport? I don't like the look of that. Pointing to the dragon who is now looking inquisitively at him.
The dragon's like, rude.
Also, has anyone seen my rune?
No. No. And no.
Well, this is mighty awkward, is it not? Well, shit. Anybody got any ideas?
Silk just turns away and curls up in the snow.
Inside your cage of force.
Yeah, and just closes her eyes and puts her hands over her ears. She doesn't have the energy anymore.
I guess we start walking.
Do you even know where you are?
Yeah. Frostsorrow Peak, right?
Well, actually, yes. I'm impressed. Not so impressed that we are stuck in time here. It's a miracle that I've managed to find you. As Bubbles, Professor Oswald, and Reaper walk back out of the cave. He goes, why are you still here?
You
Well.
caged.
No matter. Valthea. A lift, please, my dear. As you wish, master. And she bends down as Professor Oswald and Reaper climb onto the back of the ancient white dragon. And she takes flight. You all get buffeted about as the enormous white wings push her up off the ground, pushing flurries of snow in all directions. And she takes flight off the cliff. And you watch as they all disappear into the frosty, cold night sky.
So that's it then.
Your force cage poof, vanishes from around you.
We lost. We've lost everything just now. What's the point?
It's a very good question.
We've lost Nyx. We've lost any
Nyx
way.
made her choice.
Her choice was my fault.
And that's yours to bear. I'm sorry, Soap.
What the fuck do we do, Kit? And she finally, looks up and she's just done. What the fuck do we do now?
Can either call it here or go and figure out what else has changed in 2 years.
We can't do much until we rest. We're all hanging on by a thread.
We can't do much anyway. We have to get out of here.
Oh, shut up, Aloria. You always arrive at the latest times when you're least needed or just after you're needed. Don't try and help us if your help comes at the worst times possible. Rune was right. You never arrive when we need you to.
He stalks right over to you, grabs the cuff of your shirt, and with strength that you have not seen before, just lifts you right up off the ground, gets right in your face, and goes, "You have no idea what is about to happen. Pull yourself together.
What
This is bigger than you."
What is the point? We're stuck in time, as you said. We've just lost one of our friends. I killed her daughter, and we are 2 years in the future with no fucking clue what's happened to the world, our family, our loved ones, the world itself. You can't help us go back, so what the fuck is the point, Aloria? We've already lost. We've already fucking lost. And your rambling about us going back in time does not help us. Just go away.
Sounds like someone else's problem now.
He throws you to the side, and you slam into the snow and just skid for a little bit. And he goes, "Look, I may not have been the friendliest, or sometimes a little too friendly. I have guided you and aided you in ways that you cannot even imagine. You have all done shitty things to get to this point. Nex made her bed, and now she's lying in it. She destroyed Project Ragnarok. She caused the Feywild to... Wait a minute. Perhaps we can get you back. He sits down in the snow and just starts to think. After a few minutes of him just sitting there and pondering, he finally stands up and goes, "Yes, perhaps we can get you back. Nex's sacrifice may not have been in vain after all. She destroyed Project Ragnarok. She caused the Feywild to move. It now resides, after all this time, within the same astral bubble as the material plane. Perhaps we can return."
Then fucking fix it or let us die in peace.
From Kit's perspective, does the math? Thinking about the different weaves of magic and how the planes have come together, either from what he's learned in school or just how he's naturally connected to the reserve.
The maths
Lots of
somewhat.
bullshit.
It somewhat makes sense. You'll need help. Ket. Silk. Are you willing to help? We might be able to return to the Fae. If we can. If
Can you take us?
if we can get there, Oberon might be able to help.
Can you stop me from killing Kay?
I'm unsure. I don't know.
Some events aren't meant to be unwound, Silk.
It depends on the Fate Weaver.
Kind of. Oh, sorry, you go.
She is the one that weaves the threads of destiny together. Kay's destiny came to an end. It is possible that her thread does not continue. It is possible that we could save her, but I am unsure. This will come at a great risk to all of us. Especially to me.
Well, that's fine. I don't care about you. That's me out of character. That's it. Silk looks directly at Kit. Your call.
Not my call. It's our call. You know, Rumble.
Well, if we're not supposed to be here, I say we take any opportunity to get where we're supposed to be. Nothing good could have happened to my fresh in these 2 years. Without me.
Did you say crash?
Mm.
Someone's been playing Baldur's Gate.
Do we be doing
Got like meat all day
Wow.
since the patch came out.
Whoa. Not the mimicry. I love it. I'm with you forever and always, my friends. Let's kick answers and take butts later.
Oh, I would.
Turns to Valoria. This will take us back to where we belong.
I belong.
It is possible, yes. The magic will connect with Oberon. If he is strong in this time, he might be able to send us back. He will handle the Fey time dilation. I, with your help, can handle the teleportation between the planes.
Music is too loud on stream, Draco.
Thank you.
Where's Virginia?
I'll just be like, then yes. We
There
do.
is no music on stream.
Well, so Jim lying to me then. Jim, why are you lying?
Oh no, there is. Hang on. It was down
Apparently
way too low.
Gnu's-
Here we go.
Apparently,
Somebody's
Gnu is
lying.
really quiet.
You know he's always. Okay, solved. Thank you.
Okay.
Am I quiet now?
Shall we continue?
Well, everyone has spoken, so let's go back. Fix what we can.
He holds out a hand to you, Silk. And holds out a hand to Kit. We must hurry. We don't have much time. And they are coming. If they see us, our worlds will shatter. Now,
Then Silk takes Aloria's hand. Reluctantly.
Yeah,
'cause I
Kate
still hate
holds
him.
his out to Gnu to
Any
continue the circle.
reluctance is smoothed out by next year, like making you take his hand.
you see Aloria.
Oh no, she took it.
Yeah, but like if you start to hesitate on it, you're like basically just grabs your wrist and forces it forward.
As Aloria takes Kit's hand and Silk's hand, he looks down at them both, gives a slight smile. Right. Release your magic. We need as much energy as possible.
That's really funny. I have fuck all spell slots left. Hang on.
I have some
I
magic
will
too.
compensate. I have
Uh,
the fourth, the third. and then
Oh,
I'll
I
roll
have sorcery points, so I will use all of those to get my second levels back. and use all of those.
Yeah. As you get your spell slots back, you feel a sort of divine pull within your bodies. Everyone linking hands. Anyone that has any spell slot, you can feel this divine pull. And Olori goes, "Please, release your magic. Let it flow into me." And as you release your spell slot, and your magical essence sort of exits from you and coalesces in the center of this kumbaya circle, it starts to swirl. You see the snow start to lift. And Zalori goes, "Wait. Shit, they're here. We have to go now." And he suddenly throws you all into this swirling circle of snow. As you vanish, you look over towards the cave entrance, and just as you snap out, you can see within the cave a Vulpine, an Aarakocra, an Owlin, a Grung, a teddy bear, a human standing on the very edge of the cave, deep within. And as the air crackles with power, it vibrates through your bones. Its cold shiver runs through the very fabric of existence. Colors blend into one another, shifting through hues you've never seen before, as if the universe itself is reconfiguring its own design. The stars above flicker, then freeze, and burst into motion again, but in reverse. You all start bumping into each other, pushing each other around in this small space. The pressure builds around you, an unseen force tugging at every fiber of your being. Light seems to warp and bend around you. Your shadows stretch. For a fleeting moment, you can see echoes of the past. Ancient battles fought in the blink of an eye, civilizations rising and crumbling before your gaze. In the future, distorted, unclear, shifting like reflections on a storm-tossed sea. That of a giant, colossal construct walking across the reserve. Then a snap, a pulse. Everything fractures into shards of time. In an instant, you're suddenly pulled forwards, backwards, nowhere and everywhere, all at once. The sensation is not movement, but a transition, like stepping through a door that doesn't exist. When it ends, the world reassembles itself around you. The sky settles. The ground beneath you solidifies. Time seems to click into place once more. And as the world around you builds itself around your form, you find yourself once more standing in a familiar chamber that you only just left. One filled with mushrooms, smoke, and a large root-born creature in the center of the room.
Is Vera dead?
You all reappear here. Grab those. Hang on. It's Oberon looks and just blinks at you. You have returned. How?
Silk just runs to him and, like, basically just falls and folds herself into a hug. Like, she just wraps her arms around his torso and just fucking cries her eyes out.
He puts one arm around you and just pulls you into a tight hug. Oh, my Silk. What happened? And he looks up to the rest of you. What has happened? What is going on? You only just left but a minute ago.
Is Aloria still with us?
You look around and kind of, as you look around for him, he seems to always be on the periphery of your vision. So you see him at the corner of your eye and you turn to look and he's not there. But then you see him at the corner of the other eye and you turn to look and he's not there. All of you can kind of see this. And as you look, you do see the body of Kay and the body of Vera still lying upon the ground.
We failed.
Failed at what?
Everything. You sent us to a doom that we couldn't stop. And now Nyx is gone.
I see. He was not supposed to go. What went wrong?
Sure seemed like she did exactly what she was going to do.
He just disappeared into nothing. Taken by her swords, I guess.
You mean Dusk and Aurora? They were sealed?
Don't know. Were they?
The operative question at this point is, where did you mean to send us?
I was acting on the wishes of another.
Who?
You know who.
I really don't.
Voldemort.
Yeah, Voldemort. You know who. Come on. He keeps a tight grip on you, almost like a little bit too tight.
Whoa.
And it's like a protective thing. He's holding you just extra tight. And he kind of steps back this way. looks up towards the throne at the top of the room. And you see Aloria sitting there. Elbows on his knees, holding his head up. Or like one elbow on his knee and just holding his head up like this.
As soon as we see Aloria, just goes, "Are we back where we belong?" And probably the rest of the party, because this is pretty unusual for her, there is like a tangible amount of rage in her voice.
You are back where you belong. It has taken a great toll and effort on both me and Oberon.
As he looks to Oberon, Oberon looks at him. You see this like dawning comprehension on his face. As he goes,
Me, but not me. I see. There has been a great deal of magic thrown about today. You must all be
Which one?
tired. Yes,
What spell slots did I spend getting us
all
back
of
here?
them.
Okay.
Oh, Silk as well.
yep, Silk as well, Gnu as well. If you've got spell slots, that's all of them gone. Same with Brumble. You guys are 100% tapped out.
Might I suggest you rest, and we can get you home in the morning.
This is home.
There is still more for you to do.
I don't want to.
Kid starts to walk forward. He looks at Brumble and kind of holds his hand out, as if to get him to hold his hand, and walk towards Kay's body.
Brumble, he grabs his hand. He doesn't say anything, but he just grabs her hand.
She deserves a proper farewell before we sleep.
Yeah, bro.
Could you give her a Brumble hug and let's go find a place?
I know somewhere. Somewhere to bury her.
Brumble, probably for the first time, he knows he can carry her, but sort of this is the first time you'd see him just weak. He actually has to put effort into lifting her. Yeah, bros. Let's just lead the way.
And I think
So-
As
yeah,
sorry, go.
Brumble will start walking out and just say, "We'll rest when she's resting."
Silk will pull herself out of Oberon's arms and trail behind them. She'll say quietly she'll give Kit like a quiet set of directions and just follow. If you pull the map up, DM, I can show you where Silk wants to bury her. It's by the lake near the manor. There's a lake not far from here. It's peaceful. A worthy resting place of someone who should have had a long and peaceful life.
Will give a very shaky nod towards Oberon and Aloria and follow the party at a bit of a distance.
Oberon also follows. So does Aloria. As you walk through the deep purple expanse of the moonlit thicket towards the lake, you walk in silence, the heavy footfalls of Oberon thundering behind you. The ground shakes with every step. You see creatures emerge from the trees to pay their respect. Small squirrels, quadricors, beasts you've never seen before, 12-eyed worms. In the distance, you can hear the mournful sounds of the aether fins flying above the foregone forest. You see a pack of centaurs along the way that bow their heads in respect as you pass. After what seems like hours, you finally reach the water's edge. The water is aglow with all kinds of fish, squid, mermaids. A singular unicorn drinking at the water's edge looks up and bows. Oberon steps forward and with a wary lift of his hand, you see a large chunk of dirt lift up and out, creating a very comfortable looking hole just on the water's edge. He just stands back and looks at Brumble carrying Kay's body.
He just sits it down carefully.
As you set Kay down within the perfectly dug grave, Oberon steps to the side and goes, "Okay, I thank you for helping us, for saving us. You were indispensable. Without you, we would not be here today." And he turns and looks maybe 50 feet behind you, satin and fiery, standing, waiting.
Silk kneels down next to Kay's grave and just says, "Thank you for protecting my sisters when you did. And I'm so sorry. I hope you find peace amongst the stars here." And then steps back next to Oberon.
As you step back, the hand placed upon your shoulder squeezes ever so lightly as Aloria steps in front of you. Doesn't speak to Kay, but turns directly to you.
Did Aloria touch me? Because I'm gonna slap him if he did.
He did.
I'm slapping him.
Okay, that's
Bro, we're
fine.
at a funeral.
He He
Like,
doesn't
slap
try to
his hand.
dodge.
Slap
He-
his hand away and move closer to Oberon.
That's fine. He looks at you and goes, I deserve that. And he pulls out like a blue handkerchief and he coughs into it. As he pulls it away, you can see the handkerchief is just covered in blood. It's, seems as if this might have been one of my last times helping. I will be in touch. I can regain the strength. And he turns to look at Kay, and with his other hand he pulls out a blue coin and tosses it into the grave without saying a word. Turns back and sort of, you see his eyes roll back in his head for just a second, and he collapses down onto one knee and goes, oh, well, it seems as if I might actually be done after all. Well,
You can
until we meet again, then. And
you
then
can rest in the manor, Aloria.
he just crumbles onto the ground. And as he lays there
Like-
motionless, you see this blue, misty smoke just erupt out of him, just softly. And it just flows around him, swirls around his body. And then everything, including him, just vanishes. Would anyone else like to say a few words?
Yokita is silent and he shakes his head no, takes a couple of steps back and just waits about 20 feet away.
As nobody else steps forward, Oberon just raises a hand, and little trickle by little trickle, dirt starts to fill the grave. A small mound of dirt. You see some of the mermaids swim over to the water's edge, and they start throwing rocks and shells upon the grave, making it look pretty. The unicorn trots over, bends down, taps the grave with her horn, and you immediately see flowers pop up out of the ground. Beautiful flowers. Flowers that you've never seen before, Silk. And the unicorn sheds one tear, turns and walks away. As Oberon turns from the grave and says, right, let's get back home. Let's get you back home. And he trudges slowly back towards the manor, holding an arm out to Fiery and Saturn along the way, who immediately cling onto either side of you, Silk.
Despite the guilt and the grief and everything going through everyone and her, she cannot stop herself from clinging to them.
Gnu still doesn't know what's happening or who that was that we just buried.
Oh yeah.
It's real sad though.
Probably
And she can see that Silk is really upset, and she offers Silk her hand to hold.
should probably address your random ass memory loss right now.
Well, it isn't really random. We made a wisdom save. But Gnu's offering you her hand to hold.
Silk kind of looks at you confused, and also a little suspicious because, you know, you ooze.
I can control when it comes out.
That's what she said.
No, you can't.
If Gnu Silk kind of looks at her confused and then lets her take her hand, and then Silk holds out. She sort of just. I realize that I'm clinging to Oberon and my sisters that only have two hands. Silk gestures to Kit and and Brumble to join up with us, so that all of us walk together.
I will be holding your hand 100%.
Yeah.
As you walk back to the manor, you're led inside. Carry on.
Sorry, Er's not part of the Polder Canter. He's still visibly set himself behind and apart from the group.
Okay. As you walk, you are led back to the manor. It is still as it was when Vera took hold. But you were led in through the front entryway. Not there. And you were led into the cozy drawing room. No, come back.
Come back here.
You're led into the drawing room as Oberon flicks a hand and the fireplace roars into life. We got everyone on the map? No, we're missing someone, aren't we?
Hold up.
No, we're not. We're not missing anyone. Nex is dead.
Good.
Whoa.
And Room's not here. Oberon reluctantly pulls away from you, Silk. He says, I will leave you to talk with your companions. I shall send in some refreshment. Take it easy for now, dear. And for the first time in a long time, you see him walk out of the room. He seems to sway slightly. And he seems to just be extremely exhausted.
But not like he's gonna keel over and die. Because at that, Silk is immediately panicked.
Roll an insight check.
Why did you have that good at that? Also, somebody in the Discord is not helping my
Oh,
fear.
I will let you
Someone-
roll with advantage
who will-
because you know Oberon.
I was gonna insight. Oh wait, I am gonna insight Psych. I was thinking of a different character. Oh well.
I'm not sure if you can see your roll.
I did. I saw it.
Okay. He's never looked like this before. You've seen him tired, but you've never seen him this exhausted, as if his very essence is being tested. And he walks
But he's
from
not-
the chamber.
But he's not gonna die.
You don't know. He might.
That's not helpful! With a 21, he's not gonna immediately die with a 21, right? Right?
And now it is just you five, Saturn and Fiery, within the room. I think I've got tokens for Saturn and Fiery somewhere. No, I moved them. I removed them.
Oh, I did finish art for Saturn, but
That's right. As Oberon pokes his head back in the door and just gestures towards them, he goes, "You two, come with me."
no. They can stay if they want. She looks to her sisters. Or at least stay close. So I know I haven't lost you again.
We will stay. Oberon just nods and walks out. Floor is yours. Go for it. Have at it. Kill each other.
No!
All right, Brumble wants to rage, and he looks at
Oh.
Nix. No, I'm just kidding.
Nix is dead.
Looks at
Yeah, I
Nix's
look at his
ghost,
lifeless corpse.
Looks at Nix's ghost and just absolutely beats the shit. No. Anyway.
Reaper development. Well, time travels backwards. Backwards.
No. So we're back.
I don't have anything. Brumble doesn't have anything.
Gnu's just holding, like, her head, looking at her feet. She's the most confused little frog.
I suppose we should fill you in. Although, what do you remember?
Was there a unicorn outside?
Yeah.
I did
Where?
see it, right? I'm not going crazy.
No.
Gnu thinks she's
where-
doing drugs.
Gnu
Someone
oozed
slipped something in my
in your
bottomless
ooze.
decanter thing.
You oozed a little too hard.
You've been sniffing the bomb
Someone-
powder again.
What did we
An
tell you
acid-
for sniffing the powder?
A drug trip in the Feywild would be insane.
And I don't want to be insensitive. Everyone seems a little sad. Who did we bury?
That was Nix's daughter.
We found Nex's daughter. Oh, and then she's going to look at Satin and Irie.
Good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And and sort of like point at them, and then sort of point at you, and give you an inquisitive look, as if to be like, "That's your sisters, right?"
I suppose I've lost my manners in the last few days. Yes. This is Satin, and she points to Satin. Do you want character descriptions or no? I
Up to you.
fully have, because I have them fucking designed right now. Then what do you think I've spent the last 3 sessions of almost death doing?
You can describe
Well-
what they look like.
They don't actually look like Silk that much. If anyone was part of will probably recognize this, and anyone else who was part of a one-shot we did a while back. But they have a lot of black patches on them where Silk has none. So,
That's why you've
it's-
singed their fur off.
oh my fucking god. Yeah, that's definitely what I did to my beloved sisters that I love. My god.
Sorry. Continue.
Okay. Anyway, really glad that you've muted Nix because just the focus is right there. Sitting next to Silk are two Vulpins who have very similar like facial features and everything too. I don't know, they're a fucking fox. But Saturn has where Silk has horns, Saturn has little like brown owl wings folded behind her, and she's got orange fur with little black spots and white spots, like one black hair and one white hair, and like very silvery eyes. And Fiery has very similar markings, but she has even more black patches than Fiery does, with the occasional orange peeking through and large sort of antlers peeking out the top. And if anyone watched a one-shot we did a while ago, will recognize that as looking a little bit like their grandmother. You should watch that one-shot. It was great. I don't know the name, but anyways, it was fun. And so, shows them. Yeah, this is Saturn, and this is Fiery. My sisters.
Well, that's great. Isn't it? We found your sisters.
We
Isn't
just
that what we came here for?
We just buried Nix's daughter.
It's at that point when her eyes kind of widen and she remembers what just happened on the mountain. Nope, she doesn't remember that. She remembers what happened on the mountaintop. When you bring up Kay and Nex, and she remembers how Nex had said, "Help me," as she got evaporated like this. And she's going to bring that up. Probably kind of insensitively, just because it's something that she, it just kind of flashed into her head real aggressively. Like, Nex asked me for help. They asked for help. And then she holds her head again. She's trying to remember things. She just can't remember
Can we
things.
get her back? Do we try?
You got a time machine?
He just killed over, I guess. Not anymore.
He's on the board.
Silk is gonna fill confused Gnu in on the whole story. Hang on. Where do you last remember from, Gnu?
Yeah.
You would last remember flying or running through the streets of Boulderfell towards the entrance of the Feywild.
Oh, so like not long after Silk screamed at a teenager.
Yeah. So you remember Erelise helping you enter into the Feywild. You do remember, oddly enough, you remember the visions that were shown to you when Project Ragnarok exploded. So you remember visions of Karunara working with Glacier. You remember the building of Project Ragnarok. You remember Erelise being not nice. Not a nice person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember Silk not actually... Well, do you remember Silk starting a fight with a hag that may or may not have killed you?
I remember the fight with the hag. I don't remember the other fight with the hag.
You don't remember the second fight with them
Yeah.
in the Feywild. Everything that
Yeah,
happened
I
in the
remember
Feywild, you do not remember at all.
Yeah.
Apart from the visions that you saw in Project Ragnarok.
Except for the
exploded.
vision. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm still traumatized as well.
So happy.
Okay. So, if you say that, then Silk will fill you in on everything that happened in the Feywild. Including your death and by the hag. And just everything
Okay.
leading up. Their fight, everything. She doesn't leave anything out. She doesn't even, like... Yeah, she just tells you everything.
I'm gonna bring my script up again and yell the exact same shit at you. As she's explaining this to me, is it coming back to me, or am I just taking
Nope.
her word for it?
Either got to take her word for it or not.
I mean, I will, because
I'm sorry. And this time she, fuck, I forgot the word. Addresses everyone together. Including her sisters. Who don't know why she's apologizing, but she is. I am sorry for my reckless behavior that has put us in danger time and time again. I am sorry for the hurt I have caused, the deaths I have caused, the rifts I have caused. I know that saying sorry doesn't really mean much, but I truly am.
sorry. So have you told Gnu that you okay? Sorry,
Yeah, she does. She
just a whiteboard.
I'm gonna get that printed out in A3 and just put on my wall.
You need to get it tattooed.
No, not the Discord tattoo.
Do you get it as a back piece, like your whole back?
Silk, the most dangerous character in the campaign, accidentally.
Silk's the RPG
At this point, you've probably spent a good half an hour or so here retelling the story to Gnu. Over on
And
Pokes' and everyone. Over on Pokes' head in the door. He walks in, actually, and just goes, You have a visitor.
I don't think... who?
They go by the name of Zack. And he steps out of the doorway. And in the doorway, you see a black-furred Herongon.
Hey, guys. Is this
Oh my god.
is this fair enough? Probably a good idea. Hey, is this a party of Kit, Room, and others?
Why do you need to know?
Nope, wrong room.
Okay, yeah, bye. Goodbye. You don't want this magical item I've got then? Oh, see you guys later. And just stays standing in the doorway.
This
What
is-
do you...
Your
Who
ears
are
pretty
you?
good.
What do you want?
Okay, I'll describe.
Silk puts
what you-
herself in between you and her sisters, instinctively.
Fair enough. So, as you see Black Huragon, basically, standing in the doorway, you'll notice leather, a lot of occult symbols all over the leather, and dark violet eyes. They're a bit small, about the same size as Gnu. So not coming very far up the doorway, let's be honest. Yes. Anyway, so they'll look at each one of you at a time. Lyra and Newlad sent me to come find you. And you guys have been pretty hard to find. I've been searching all over to find you. You guys seem to have disappeared here into the Fae, and it's taken me a while to find you. Yeah.
And why do you need to find us?
Like I said, Lyra and Newlad, best friends of mine, like real besties. They gave me this magical item that said that you guys may need some help, and told me to help you guys out whatever way I can. They told me to keep an eye on some shifty elf lady, but I don't see her around.
The elf lady. Nobody shifty here, my friend. Hi, my name's Brumble.
Holy fuck, it's a talking bear.
Whoa, what's your language, boo? There's kids about. Far out.
Where?
Look,
He points
you
at Gnu,
just-
thinks that Gnu's a kid. She's too little.
I actually
Gnu's
point at
like
Kit.
80.
I point at Kit.
I mean, Silk points at because is the actual child here.
I'm the child.
Yeah, Brumble's only like 2 or 3 years old.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay, fair enough. Hey, Grumble. Yeah,
Hello.
my name's Zach Wind Whisper. Yeah, I've just been told to help, and I'm happy to help.
Okay. Insight check.
Roll an insight check. Zach, you
I got
can
this.
roll either deception or persuasion.
How the fuck do I work out the new character?
Bitch, I
for
knew
this?
you were a shady motherfucker. Anyway, insight.
Wait a sec, I gotta swap across. I forgot that that's what you have to do on a new character because I've never done this before.
Oh yeah, you gotta
Go to D&D Beyond.
I can remove net and then I think you just have to claim Zach.
Yeah, you do.
Or I deactivate Next, I think. Or I think you might have to do it. I'm not sure.
Sure, I can join using this character because I already added it. Sorry about this, peeps.
That's right. While you roll, it's at this point that you realize that Ket has just vanished from sight.
As he does.
And start
Kit.
snoring.
Oh, he's gone to sleep.
Okay.
21 deception.
You believe everything that he says?
Wait,
Gnu
deception?
is suspicious of Lyra anyway. Because of the things that she said in front of her and Nex while they were in the swamp hole.
Best
The
description.
The
Yeah.
swissy.
The swamp pussy.
Oh wow.
And she's just gonna take everything that this new Zach says with a grain of salt. She's gonna watch very carefully, not really saying anything.
Well, Zach, you
Oh, could I try an insight check maybe? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. You believe every
Aw.
fucking word.
Alright, I'm still sussy though.
Yeah, that's
Your
right.
hate's
You
not
can be
legendary
sussy.
enough. Yeah, Silk is still very sus too.
Besties.
Aha. Hey, does anyone who knows Nyx and Newlad personally check this? Oh, I would say Kit, but Kit's snoring.
As you guys are eyeing this perfectly honest Kiragon, they'll start searching around themselves and wait a sec, guys, and pull something out of their satchel. And
You pull out a delicate feather woven from threads of fire and destiny. It was warm to the touch, despite its slight ethereal nature. You can see that faint embers dance along its edges, pulsing gently like a heart.
wait a sec. And with it holding it by the bottom of the feather bit, not really wanting it to be sitting in their hand, to be like, who wants it? Who's the leader?
We don't have one.
Brumble grabs it.
As you
And-
as you grab it, you're filled with a fleeting sensation of renewal, a reminder that even in death there is the promise of rebirth.
Whoa.
As you grab it, Brumble, Zach will grab your arm and just like start not stroking it, but feeling the fur on it and being like, this is real.
So- Silk's immediately in a defensive mode, and she like stands up, real aggressive like.
And with that, Zach will use his hop, I think it's called, to move back fast, drawing out 2 claw weapons. Whoa. Come on, furry lady. It's going to be okay. I've never seen a living, talking teddy bear before.
He's alive and a person, and you don't stroke him like he's an item or a thing.
Yeah.
We don't know you,
Yeah.
and we do not trust you.
Exactly. Get out of here.
Oh, lifelike. Okay, that's fair. I mean, I just thought you need some help. I got told that you guys have a tendency to get into trouble. Think about fireballs and burning down stuff before really talking it through.
Fuck you. There's no way Lyra knows about that. Fuck you.
She's got I mean, people who look after you.
Oh,
You motherfucker.
big.
What?
Like, I need to rest. It's been a long ass track, and this place hasn't been very nice to be around the last couple of months when I've been trying to find you guys. So if you decide you need a hand, I'm here. And with that, Zach will walk out.
In Silk's house, piss her even more. The distrust is intense.
Oberon watches you leave because he never left the room this entire time. But he watches you leave and goes, To bring in an item that powerful, perhaps there is a level of trust within them. And he stalks out after you, Zach.
Yeah. Friends.
And I think I speak for everyone, am exhausted. Let me find Oberon, and we'll get rooms for everyone. Except for Kit, who seems that he is already asleep. And she will look at Gnu guiltily and just like, can you watch over them while I follow Oberon? I'm just gonna get us rooms.
Gnu's real confused. She knows that she's angry with you. But because she hasn't physically got those memories in her head, she is finding it difficult and very confusing, so she just kind of nods quietly and doesn't really know what to say to you.
Silk's gonna head out after Oberon.
You find him in the entrance hall, talking with Zach. He turns. Silk, my dear, what can I help you with?
Can we get some rooms for everyone, please?
The dark magics that still hold against the manor are difficult to undo. It would be best if you spent the night in the drawing room. You will find blankets, pillows, within the cabinets in the chest within. I have undone the dark magics. It is safe. The rest of the house, not yet.
Is there any way I can help tomorrow? Restore the manor back to itself? Can't imagine it's happy.
Unless you possess the powers of the Archfey, I think it best you leave this one to me.
Okay.
For now, we must rest. And he turns and stalks up the stairs. Perhaps young Zack can accompany you.
As you wish.
Oh, Nix isn't here.
Yeah. Next is coming back. Eventually.
Yeah, so as you stalk back into the room, you see Saturn and Fiery starting to pull blankets and pillows out of the cabinets and the chests within. They look up at you, somber expression, and Saturn goes, "Slumber party, Silk? It's been a while."
Yeah. Okay. Slumber party. I'm really happy that you're okay.
It has been a long journey for us as well. We are thankful to Kay and to Oberon.
Sorry I couldn't protect you sooner. I never thought she'd pull you into her schemes. Sorry for what you've been through. I should have stayed.
Nothing compared to what you have been through.
Nothing compared to what I've inflicted on my friends.
They will forgive you in time. Now, please.
So wise for someone who once threatened to smack Vera over the head with a frying pan.
Yes, well.
And she just, like, big smile on her face, but just walks off into the corner, stumbling over Ket.
Oh, look out, he does that.
Yes, yes, well, we should rest.
With the absence of Rune, Silk's gonna go curl up in a snuggle pile with her sisters. And everyone
Hey.
can see... They're her sisters, you fucking weirdo. Fuck you. You're fucking gay.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a lot of it.
Same though. It's fine.
Yeah, we're all gay. Maybe not all of us.
Anyway.
You know, I can't
Um,
stop looking at it.
what did you said?
um,
I asked DM if there was a bear, and they said, "Not in here." I sent them a gift. It's really funny.
anyway, you all, if there are any conversations you guys wish to have before you long rest,
9.
9 conversations. Okay.
Exactly.
Anyone else? No.
Nope, I'm just going to. I'm sorry, and then crash in a pile of orange and black fur.
Okay. As you bed down for the evening, exhausted from head to toe, and you start to relax your bodies, you realize how tired you actually are. And you fall asleep almost instantly. An uneasy sleep, but a restful one nonetheless. Two. Bear with me. Just gotta roll. Okay. That's all right. During the night, yeah, it'll be Gnu.
Yes.
Yeah, it'll be you during the night. Stop you laughing for a second. Did you send Silk the same gif? By chance?
It's not even a gif, it's just a still image.
Jesus. Alright.
Which makes it funny.
Okay, give us just a second. Hello, you know. Oh no. Did your Discord fuck out? No, heck.
Hello.
Hello. Did your Discord just fuck out?
Yes.
Does it sometimes? Okay. During your sleep, you dream, and you dream of a blackened expanse, very similar to the one that you were in when Project Ragnarok exploded.
Ooh.
But this
But
time,
I'm alone this time.
you're alone this time, and there is black and white mist swirling about your feet. And a voice, you hear a voice ring out in the darkness. You are the one that held the angel of death, the angel of destruction, the angel named Aurora.
Yes. Oh, wait, no, I wouldn't know. Am I?
Yeah, Silk told you. She would have told you anyway.
Yeah.
You held the angel's essence.
The swords were taken. They have been sealed in an ancient core. This core will be used to raise the Titan. We must get Dusk and Aurora back. Once the Titan is raised, they will be set free.
How do we get them back?
You must destroy it. Destroy the one who raises the primordial Titan from its resting place. He tries to ascend to godhood. Should the
Professor
Titan...
Oswald?
Bubbles Marcel Fluffer Oswald III. If the Titan reaches Sentinel's peak and draws the ancient sword from its depths, his plan will be complete. The Ascension will take place. The gods will fall. Valoriath will be in danger.
When will this happen?
You have time. As you look around trying to find the source of the voice, you do see two figures off to one side. Two small figures standing hand in hand. One wearing a white tuxedo or suit, the other wearing a black dress. As you look upon them, the voices seem to, instead of echoing around you, seem to focus from that point. We are the saviors of the war. We are the ones that sealed them away. Next is the one that held them at bay. We must return everyone to their rightful place.
Where is Dusk and Aurora's rightful place?
Sealed within the blades. At our hands. We are the child of night, the child of light.
How will I find you again?
We shifted from the swords that we were trapped within. At their destruction, we were able to shift to the only living being within reach. That was you. We live inside you. We cannot influence you in any way. Be assured your actions are your own. You are but a vessel, a champion.
What if the worst should happen? What if I die again? Will my friends be safe?
your friends will be safe. If you perish, we may have strength to bring you back. We are unsure that our power is weak.
And what of Nex's fate? Do you know?
Nex lives. She is in great pain, tormented by constant pain. Save her. Save the world.
Do you know where she is currently? Is she on the mountain?
She is within the arcane core. However, you will not be able to save her until the events of the future take place. Time is a wonderful thing, but when tampered with, causes much fracturing.
I see.
You must wait for the events of the Tri-Lunar convergence to take place. Only then can your friend be saved.
Do I feel like a connection to Nex at all during this?
No,
Okay.
there is nothing. Our power grows weak. And you notice that it's the boy talking. And he looks to the girl that he's holding hands with. He goes, Millie, she grows weak. We must take our leave. Good luck, Gnu. Maybe we can save your people after. And they suddenly...
She
Yeah.
nods.
They suddenly vanish into the mists, and you awake with a jolt. We can go back to the other channel now if you want.
Okay.
Barbarian? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
The giant. Yo, real quick. The giant barbarian can kick things. It's really fun.
Stop playing BG3.
Oh no, that was just discussing it. Okay,
Right.
anyway.
G3 Twitch stream. What?
Alright, so you all rest for the evening, and you awake in the morning as the fresh smell of waffles and pancakes and a cooked breakfast start to waft through the drawing room, rousing you all from your sleep.
Gnu shoots upright from where she was sleeping with a jolt and just starts whispering under her breath, and then slowly louder, and then slowly louder until she's almost yelling, saying like, Nex is alive. Nex is alive. Nex is alive. We have to help her.
Silk shoots up from her pile, like shoving Satin's arm off her face or whatever. He's okay?
I had a dream, a nightmare. They said I held the angel, and you had told me that I had inherited Aurora, and they said that Nex is alive, and we can help her at the next lunar convergence.
2 years from now.
They said that that she's in great pain, that she suffers.
Is there no way to help her sooner?
There's nothing we can do until the lunar convergence.
Is it the same one that we lost her to?
Yes. Yes.
So in 2 years, we can get Nex out. Is there anything we can do to ease her pain while we...
I don't think there's anything we can do. I couldn't feel Nex at all. Couldn't feel any kind of connection.
I'm glad that we can get her back one day. But I don't know if it'll help.
I think you of all people, Silk, owe this to her.
I do. And I will do everything in my power to bring her back.
She suffers because of you. She starts to feel like a rage rise in her chest a little. She's not sure, because she doesn't have like actual pictured memory of what happens, but it feels right. Her rage sort of feels correctly placed.
I know.
But she's still very confused.
Believe me, Gnu. I know everything that I have done, and I will feel that guilt for all the pain I brought her for the rest of my life, and probably beyond it when I am long dead. I owe her everything to bring her back, and I will give everything to bring her back when the time comes.
You have to make it right.
I know. And I will.
Feeling guilty does nothing. You have to.
She locks eyes with you. Some of her like usual fire sort of coming back. I will. I will sacrifice my entire essence or my soul, whatever it takes, Gnu, to make it right.
You need to
No
learn
matter
from
what-
your mistakes.
Believe me, I have. And sort of as proof to Gnu, she forms a tiny ball of flame in her hand.
Don't fucking fireball.
I'm not going to. Like a tiny ball of like purple and pink and like orange flame, and instead of it growing, she concentrates and actively snuffs it out. Like the flame looks like it's being suffocated, and with the suffocation of that tiny flame, some of the brightness of her fur dims as well. No more fire from me.
Silk, it's
And-
fine to use fire. You just need to control it. Like your
And-
recklessness.
And there will be no more from me until I have learnt that lesson.
Just the avatar.
What?
I can't use all the elements, it's only fire.
No, but that's what happened to Aang. He used fire, burnt Katara, and then decided never to use fire again. You're the avatar.
No, she's not!
But then the Fire Nation.
And then
Fire
Silk
Nation's
attacked.
just silk. Yeah. Yeah. Keep me in check, you know. I doubt that you'll have trouble doing that.
Oberon walks into the chamber. This token. Oberon walks into the chamber. I trust you all had a good night's rest then.
As guild.
Sorry. I say, Mr. Oberon, do you have a bathtub?
Sorry.
I do, in fact. If you head just outside to the left of the stairs, you will find the bathroom with the bathtub already filled and ready for you.
Mr. Oberwan, do you have a bathtub? Ooh.
Mr. Oberon, where do we need a bed?
Oh, and whether we swag up right now with the Oberwan. Ooh.
Just let
Alright,
know.
so-
There is no bath in this house anymore.
The house explodes.
Since we're asking for directions-
Sorry, Kit, what was that?
Since we're asking for directions, is there a teleportation circle here?
Travel through planes is not possible via teleportation circle, friend.
Sure, but if I happen to jump through one of the gates and Silk wants to get home quickly,
Very well.
It's okay.
We do not have one, but I will commission one for you. It does
I'll
take
do it in my
time.
regard.
A friend of Silk is a friend of mine. We will get a teleportation circle drawn for you. Now, what are your plans?
Do you know
Gotta
how
get
much?
home.
Sorry, you go, kid.
We gotta get home. We're already a crystal behind.
We have to get the crystal off the Harbinger of Silence. We have to stop the Withering Silence from being summoned. You probably already knew that, though.
He just bows his head. You cannot take the crystal from the one who has already claimed it. I believe you have one. They have
do.
one. There is but one that remains.
We were told they had two.
Pretty sure it was just the one.
No.
Oh, psych.
Don't confuse
bad.
I
me.
can't remember which one.
Oh,
it
sorry,
was,
my
though.
bad. I thought that they had two. Cause oh no, we beat them to the one. That's why they did. Okay, my bad. I forgot that we beat them to one. My bad.
You carry the land crystal, the heart of the forest. Your adversary has claimed the sea crystal. It was claimed at the bottom of some place that I don't remember the name of off the top of my head.
else I don't remember. The salty sea, arr.
Was claimed from the abyssal trench within the Seraphic Sea? Within the Seraphic
Yes.
Sea. There is but one that remains. The
We know
sky
where that
crystal.
one is. No, we don't. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Tip
We know
knows.
where it is.
Didn't I forgot his fucking name, eh? Thingy Frost.
Frost Arrow.
Yeah, didn't Frost Terror have the last one as part of him?
Yes, there are 4 crystals. Land,
Oh, yeah,
sky, sea, and ice.
Okay. We don't have the sky one, but we... Okay, cool. Ice will be the last one to get.
Do you know the whereabouts of the sky crystal?
I don't know, do we? So tends to care to answer that one.
Kit knows, but I'm just trying to find the notes. I think it was roughly southwestish of the reserve in a floating sky.
Protected by the dragon, right?
Oh,
Over-
yeah.
Oberon nods and goes, yes, I know of this. The Aranthor Spire, guarded by a vicious dragon. We will need to find a way to the floating island. And possibly defeat the dragon. Or sneak away with its guarded treasure.
We're about due for a win over a dragon, I reckon.
Wouldn't happen to be the same one we faced in the future, is it?
No, I'm expecting this one to be blue crystal.
Suddenly, Silk sort of, like, stiffens up real quick and just says, what do we do about Professor Oswald? We know it's him. I don't know what his role is in all of this, but it's something awful, evil. Do we stop him before everything happens? Prevent the future?
Meddling with time is not a wise idea.
But if we have the chance to stop death and suffering and pain, are the consequences of us doing that too great?
In my dream, the voices said, meddling with time will cause many fractures.
So we just have to let him. We just have to let him destroy things then.
I think it wise to let events play out as they did in the future that you witnessed.
We can be prepared.
Preparation is all that you can do.
Okay.
The events that you
can't forget.
witnessed must take place for the timelines to not fracture any more than they have.
We can't forget the things that happened. We have to make a plan now to play it out as it happened, so we're prepared.
Okay,
So we go home today?
we go home. Well, you guys go home. And I leave mine.
Enough of my power has returned for me to allow you safe passage home. I will need a location to send you.
Is
Do
Zach
I-
coming with us?
Zach's just sitting there rocking, listening to all this. Yeah, I mean, this. You saying that Otter fella's evil? Never did like the little fuck.
You know him?
I know of him. I've seen him around. Seemed a
Where?
little bit too nosy.
And your credentials are, sir?
A little bit more than you, young fella.
And how do you know that? Studied us as well.
I mean, you know, when me and Lara are besties, like, she told me a lot about you guys.
What has Lauren
Lara.
told you about me?
You said you're pretty cool. Pretty good at exploding stuff up.
Send us to High Warren, please.
Before we go, over on Dad,
Yes, my child.
do I have to go with them?
The shards of time have already seen you at the scene of the Tri-Lunar convergence. You do not have to go, but you do have to attend that event.
Okay, and then she turns to the rest of the group. You have a choice to make. Do I stay with you on this journey? Help fix everything? I guess the question is, do you trust me enough to guard your backs? If you
So-
don't, I will stay here and work on getting Nex back. I'm not wallowing in self-pity, Gnu. Although I will be
Not
guilt
what I was
ridden.
gonna say.
Yeah, I know, but she's saying it anyway. Because she's expecting you to yell at her.
Correct.
I will be guilty, and I will be unsteady. But that is not important right now. I need to know if you trust me enough to have your back and not get you killed. And if you don't, then I have work to do here.
Silk, you owe it to me, you owe it to Nex, and you owe it to Kay to help us save the world.
Nah, fuck Aloria. He had it covered.
Wait, what was I saying?
You're saying
Oh, I had
that
such a good thing to say as well.
Oh.
You staying here helps no one. We can't help Nex until the lunar convergence.
Kit. We make decisions as a group, right? So, what do you say? Guys.
is sort of has been sitting on the chair he slept in. Has not been paying attention to this conversation.
Okay. If Fu isn't paying attention, then she relies on Kit for the final answer.
Not
I will.
my decision to make. So you don't get to excuse yourself from owning your decisions.
That's
I trust
not.
that you want to do the right thing, and that's our intention. I think, pretty sure that's it, all of us, but it doesn't always go that way. I mean, sometimes you fireball a tree full of fairies, and I think you need us to keep you accountable. I need you to keep me accountable.
Okay. And with that, she turns to Oberon with, sadness because I just got home and have to leave again. But she has to. Then send us to High Warren.
Yeah, let's do it.
Very well.
She totally ignored Zach in those questions, by the way. I don't trust you.
I trust you.
Shouldn't.
Yeah, you definitely shouldn't.
There is a whiteboard of party deaths caused by me. It's a bad idea.
Very well. May I see the feather first that was bestowed upon you by young Zach here?
Pretty sure Brumble's got it.
Yeah, Brumble's got it.
Well, sir, here you go. Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
He takes the feather, puts it between his hands. You hear him muttering something in a language you don't understand. And as he pulls his hands away, the feather is glowing a bit brighter than it was. It is, as I thought. He hands it back to you, Brumble. He goes, I have imbued a little bit of extra power within this feather. Use it wisely.
Thank you, sir.
Now, you wish to go to High Warren. I do not have
Yes,
anything
please.
from that location. Zach, front and center.
Yes, sir.
And he places a big hand upon your head. He goes, yes. Everybody link hands, please.
Linking hands. And right before we go real fast, as we're all holding hands and he's doing the rites and stuff to get us going, she just looks at him and her sisters and just says, I love you.
See you soon, Silk. We love you too.
And Oberon looks down. He goes, I will see you again soon. For you are the true successor to the Moonlit Thicket. And there's a sudden flash of green energy as you find yourself removed from the space, flying through space and time. Your feet slam into a hard cobblestone floor. The sun beaming down upon you. Its warmth comforting as you find yourself back in the material plane. The large wooden oak doors of High Warren Castle looming ahead of you. Or rather, looming behind you. The view in front, that of the city of High Warren below and its high walls. You can see the castle district off in the far, far distance. And the plains stretching out before you in every direction that you can see. A small storm seems to be gathering to the far east upon the horizon. With the blue sky here, cloudless, warm, inviting. As the doors behind you creak open, and a familiar Lyra steps out. He goes, "Ah, that! How nice of you to join us again, and you brought our friends back."
Yeah, I found them finally.
Someone's fan is going crazy in the background.
I got it. As she steps out and goes, "Well, welcome home, everyone. Welcome home. We need to plan. Terrible things have happened while you've been gone." And that's where we're going to end the session.
Did we level up?
Of course.
Yes, you do all level up to level 10.
Yay!
Yes.
That's like the only time where we've asked and it actually happened.
Next, we'll never get to level up to level 10.
Yeah, fuck you, Nix. I'm kidding. I'm sad that she died, but we're gonna get her back.
She's alive!
She's alive and kicking. Ooh.
Maybe not.
She's definitely kicking. She's in a lot of pain.
Aha! Air is finally safe.
Oh yeah, I get my meta magic. Okay, what's the meta magic spell that we needed, guys? I forgot there was one I needed.
Transmute.
Careful spell.
Maybe it was careful spell or quicken. Wait,
Distance spell?
quickened is what I want because I can make it a bonus action casting instead of an action.
Yeah, then you can utilize your cursed item a lot easier.
Yes. Cast a
Have
spell.
less HP.
Are we able to switch out meta magic options as we get higher? No, we're not.
Yes, you can. You can switch out whenever you gain a meta
when you
magic.
get an ASI.
I can switch.
Oh, is it an ASI?
I'm pretty sure there's a Tasha's option for sorcerers.
I thought it was whenever you gained a new meta magic, you could swap out an old one as well.
Like spells, because if I gain a new spell, I can switch out old ones.
Yeah, spells are fine.
Well, you can switch out one spell every level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll buy Fireball.
Everybody say goodbye to Fireball. It's leaving.
I
Now
just
I'm
got
very-
immunity to it.
I'm leaving
It was
really.
finally
I'm really sad about that, but also character things, man. I gotta delete. I'm so
Ah.
sad.
It is right. It is
You
an
have
ASI.
to- You straight up just have to be fucking careful, dude. It's like, all
Literally,
Guru was saying is like, just be careful.
half of this shit is me, the player, calculating, thinking I'm being careful, and then not being careful. The gas situation was a prime example of me calculating but being really bad at math. So I'm just removing the fireball.
Oh look,
So-
we can move you guys back to a map that we haven't seen in a very long time.
So does this mean I am not allowed to switch out the meta magic
Yeah,
option?
not until you get an ASI,
Sad.
which I think is 12.
I was gonna
Yeah.
yeet out twin spell because I have literally used it one time.
Where's the
Fucking
party token?
Twin spell fireball.
Party token not on here.
we ever end up getting the crystals for Professor Oswald?
Oh my god. No.
You gave the moonstone to him.
Oh.
We picked them up.
Yeah, Kit sold his name for the moonstone.
That's right. Yeah.
Guys are only 4 more levels away from me getting wings.
Wonder if she'll make it that far.
She better. I killed Aloria, so there's not really much. Hey, did I actually kill Aloria? Is that spoilers? I'm sorry, Aloria, but also fuck you, you piece of shit.
You just had to go to sleep for. They just had to go to sleep for a very long time.
Hibernation time.
Anyway, yes, join us next time for the thrilling adventures of the Union.
Huckleberry Finn.
Otherwise, no one's, oh god, what are they going to do this time?
Yeah,
Oh lordy, yes.
back on their quest to stop the Withering Silence.
Yeah, the main one.
Also, feel free to join our Discord and our Blue Sky. I forgot that our Twitch mod, who usually puts these in the chat, wasn't there, so they haven't been up all stream. Sorry. What is the command?
I've got it. I did it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so join those if you want to stick around. We run monthly one-shots as well. We've just run this month's one, so there is another one happening around the 17th of May,
Ooh.
I think. I will work that out. And I think there is a poll somewhere for what level that one-shot should be.
There is. I don't
We
remember
also
what
take
channel.
off a long rest as well, by the way.
Yeah, you can take
Oh.
off a long rest as well.
Oh my god. Silk has 72
And-
hit points now, guys.
I think
Canoe's got 94.
Wait, this is the highest level I made it. How the fuck is Gnu?
Because Gnu took levels in Fighter, so she has a big.
Oh, okay. I was like, how is Gnu less squishy than me?
410 gold. It's just gone.
right.
Bye.
Yeah, it looks like our next one shot is level 20. So that's going to be epic.
Ooh, fuck yes.
If you wish to vote, join. Let's vote. It's pinned in general. And yes, we will see you all next week, same time, same channel.
Thank you for joining us as always. You're the best. We love you.
Yes, thank you for joining us. We love you a lot. And I was about to say, is it Thursday yet? That's not ours.
No.
Don't do that.
Have fun, don't die.
That's right. Yes.
Yes.
And until next time, have fun and don't die.
Yes. Bye.
Wow.
Bye.
Bye.